To the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe button. Like, subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story. So I was talking to a friend of mine a few days ago, and he said he got into an argument with his 21-year-old son. He said his son called him a failure. And I said, why he call you a failure? He said, you know what? I think that my son, because I don't have a big mansion and a lot of fancy cars, my son feel like I fail him. I said, wow, just because of that? I said, yeah. He said, you have to keep in mind, a lot of these kids be watching all these rap videos and all these TVs, and their minds get all messed up. Here's what this guy had to say. I'll tell you what I think in a second.
They learning that now. It's like everybody think that's the thing to do. Post this here, put the picture up, and then when the people come with all the evidence, be looking like my youngest son. My youngest son in the Fed right now. He have 15 years for a drug and a gun case, and he's fighting 2 homicides.
So basically, his son was saying to him, you know, why wasn't you out there, doing what you had to do to make as much money as possible? And he said, hold up, son. Who put that idea in your mind that everyone needs to be successful and well off? He said he was trying to explain to his son that most individuals who are very successful and well off, they went above and beyond to get money. And most of them, at the end of the day, they don't get a chance and don't get the luxury of being around their child, at the age that I am around you right now. Unbelievable.
Son.
My youngest boy,
How old?
He's 25. No, he's 26.
Were
26.
both of you in at the same time?
No.
So you get out and
Yes.
he goes in?
No, yeah.
Is there overlap?
Believe it or not, there's a lot of individuals, especially males, who rather their father be criminals, and they want to be criminals just like their fathers. They really do. They rather be known on the streets for being a criminal than to be known for anything else. And it's crazy, but it's really like that. Though.
Yeah, he been locked up going on 4 years now. So while I was in the Fed, he got arrested. Yeah. He in the Fed right now as we speak. And get this, the guy I was beefing with, my son is charged with his son.
It's a crazy world. So basically, his son would have rather his father be a criminal than to just be a regular, normal man with a regular, normal, job, whatever he's doing, and get by. And this what comes along with it sometimes. I understand where his son has come from in a sense, but at the same time, for some reason, everyone wants to be rich and have a whole lot of money. I said it before, I say it again. Who will be poor? So you have Terrence right here, Gangsta Williams. He has a 24-year-old son, 24, 25. He went behind the bars at 21, He was behind the bars the same time as his father. And he's actually behind the bars for very similar things that his father was charged for. Drugs, murders, robberies. It's crazy how certain individuals rather you throw away your life than to be around them. Unbelievable.
Charged for his son being killed. The guy I was beefing with.
And are they saying that's somehow related or something? Or
Yeah, because it's like an ongoing beef. So my son is charged with that.
So that's what happens most time, a lot of times. When you live in a community, you're known in the streets for doing a lot of bad things. Your son will grow up when you're behind the bars, and he will hear all about the stuff that you used to do. And he will kind of idolize you, especially if you was out there doing bad things. I can't figure out why a lot of sons don't want to, do what you do, meaning good things. Some do. But a lot of them don't. And when they end up behind the bars, they're going to see, wow, my father in reality was a failure. Because he basically went above and beyond to be in a position where he have to depend on the next man to eat, take a shower, and everything else. So who's a failure? Is it a man with no money? I mean, no big house, no fancy cars? Or is it the individual who have to cover his nose, when his cellmate's using the bathroom? It's crazy. I don't know.
You feel like you somehow failed as a father?
You know why people say that? I'm gonna be biased. No, because of this. I was young, right? And I didn't get a chance to raise him, so by me being in
So unfortunately, it could go either way sometimes. But most of the time, unfortunately, when your father's a criminal, you want to be a criminal just like him. He's really living like his father now. Young age, behind the bars, willing to do anything to get out. Crazy.
being incarcerated, it's like, boy, what you do? I did the best. Like I stayed in his life, always bought everything for him. I make sure he didn't want for nothing.
Could you really be in someone's life the right way if you don't see them every day, take them to school, talk to them, or just giving stuff to them is just as good? I mean, if you can't be there with them, I guess giving them stuff is just as good.
And he would trick me too. I mean, what you doing? Nothing, Dad. I just be riding my dirt bike. But all the while, he out the back of your project, so he hearing these stories. So, and out of they got a RICO case, right? And it's indicted.
So unfortunately, the cycle will continue. Because there's going to be a whole lot of sons out there who's going to think their fathers are failures because they don't make a whole lot of money. And they will disrespect their fathers. And sometimes they will look up to, a local drug dealer or someone like that. Not realizing that they're making stuff harder for them and maybe the next generation to come.
Man, they got him charged. They mentioned a murder him when he was 16, but they don't charge because he was a juvenile. But I told him, I said, listen, if you plead guilty, they're gonna take that murder, enhance you, and try to get your license because they're gonna try to say relevant conduct, right?
Think about that. Son committed a murder at the age of 16 years old. Separated someone from their family. He wanted to be just like his father. That's what his father did. Unbelievable.
So he got that murder, but he was 16. But he got 2 other murders that they charging him with. So I just be like, he called me on. I just was talking to.
And a lot of these guys, when they commit these murders, they're not gonna say I did it. They're not gonna say I did it, and why they did it, and why they're happy they did it. They're gonna say they didn't do it. Someone made up. Someone's trying to frame them. But really deep down inside, they just really want to be like their fathers.
Right before we started the interview, I try to understand. I make sure he keep money. He got 2 daughters, so it's like a repeated cycle. When I left, they were babies. Now he's in jail. Around the same. I was 23. He was 22.
Yeah.
When he got locked up. So.
So his kids in the future will basically go through the same thing that the grandfather and father went through. Known criminals want to be just like him. They said new prisoners come to jail every day. It's like hiring new employees. And there's never any shortage of replacements. Because unfortunately, a lot of individuals base success off of money. Knowing that if you get into a bad situation, with all the money you have in the world, you'll give it all away just to get your freedom back for 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
It's just over and over, and I think about that, be like, man, my boy, he be like, man, Dad, I wish I'd have coached you out there. I'm like, yeah, but God do everything for a reason. So now you can get yourself together. And what I'm building now, so by the time you do come home, you can just come straight. You can't go to New Orleans, just go here.
Yeah.
Because he's just like how I was.
A lot of individual criminals young criminals like to be like the old father criminals. And a lot of men who are not criminals, they're just regular poor people. Their sons sometimes call them failures. I can't figure out why. Some of them do. Till next time, F Service TV, tell a friend and tell a friend. Like father, like son. What can I say?